I thought standing here made me nervous. Standing back there makes me even more nervous. So, but Preacher Tom asked me would I give my testimony, and I think most people here know me, but I know there's some people that here that's never heard it. I've got people that work pretty much with me, and my family here, and my son has never heard it. I know, so it makes me a little nervous to stand up and tell it sometime in front of him, but. The last time I told it, I stood up in Tabor City Baptist Church, and I started out telling my testimony and ended up preaching for an hour. So I'm going to try to be short, I promise. But, I come from a good family, and one of the things about Baptist Men's Day, it always makes me think of evangelism, because my best friend is one of the biggest reasons why I'm here. And he stopped by my house, like every day. Every time he came to church, he stopped by my house. You going to church with me? Nope. Next Sunday, he come by. You going to church with me? Nope. And he never gave up. He kept coming by. He kept coming by and talking to me. And he kept inviting me to the Baptist men's, the Bible study and stuff. Never would go. And finally, I ended up coming. But something, happened in my life that kind of grabbed a hold of me. My Uncle Cecil got killed, and it was just something tragic in my life that made me realize that, life is short, and you don't always have control of it. And I think that was one of the biggest things that really woke me up. And so I started coming to church, and as I started coming, the Lord started dealing with me, and Bert never give up on me. He always made sure I was here. And if I didn't come, he always, would be there after he got back to knock on my door to find out why I weren't there or what was going on, what could he help me with, to get me back here. And so I tried my best to keep coming, and, even though I didn't understand what was going on half the time, but I kept coming. And we had Randy Perry was doing a revival, and I think it was on a Wednesday night. He gave the invitation, and I came up and I got saved. And that for most people it's an amazing thing anyway. But I had a $250 a day crack habit, and I was an alcoholic, and like 20 years old, and had a lot of problems in my life that I'd been to rehab and been, a lot of places trying to get help, but could never get help. And I could, it's an easy thing to, you can try to quit it, and you can even, I think a lot of people can even stop, for a certain amount of time, but it's always going to be there. And, even like with doing cocaine, I done cocaine so long that when I eat something or I drink something, it tastes like it. And it was just the devil's way of tempting me to make me do it. So I dealt with that all the time. And, when I got saved, all that just went away. And it was just, I didn't understand, and I still don't understand, how it happened. But, I want to read this right here, because it's one of the verses that stands out to me most, and I understand it because I put it in the wrong place. It's happened in my life. But 2 Corinthians 5:17 says, "Therefore, if any man is in Christ, he is a new creation. Old things have passed away. Behold, all things have become new." And, on that day, I experienced that. And it was, a lot of it was just like, and it was gone. But, some of it, he did leave. There's problems in my life that I still have. But, it's a everyday walk and an everyday process that you have to go through to, and trust him that he's going to deal with it. And, it's amazing to walk with the Lord. And, I got saved and, took out running out of the gate. and, it was just nothing better than coming to the church and doing, going out, and me and Preacher Tom would go out and talk to people. And, I've led people to the Lord, and, but, I still have problems. And, I backed away from it for a while. And one of the biggest things that, I really want to say is, I think everybody in here, or most of the people in here, have had their relationship with the Lord, but, it's easy to, when things are going right, to walk next to Him, but then something starts happening and the devil starts throwing stuff at you. It's easy for you to turn around, or not necessarily turn around and go the opposite direction, but sit down and watch Him walk off. And, it's, I've done that for a while. And it took me a while to realize that that's what I was doing. But, it's a hard, Preacher Tom always says that as many steps as you take away from the Lord, you're going to have to walk that many back. And that is absolutely true. And those steps are 10 times harder walking back than they are walking away. And, so if there's anything that you get from this today, just, if I know that it's easy to walk away, but don't walk away. Because, fight. Do everything you can do to hold on to Him and walk with Him. Because if you ever turn away, then, I don't think He's going to let you die and go to hell. But because if you're once saved, you're always saved. But He can let you stay just as far back as you need to be, and you not experience any of the blessings in your life. And I've felt some of that. So I just encourage you to just try to walk as close as you can get to Him, and make your life just try to walk as close as you can get to Him and stay as close as you can get to Him. And if you backed away from Him, then, go back. All you got to do is just turn around and go back. Thank you.